paper. You don't need to have a PhD to do that. And we're going to start to draw. Okay? Take a paper. If you don't have a paper, just close your eyes and think of what I'm going to say. Okay? Now I'm going to go down. Whoa. Come in with the microphone. So, okay. I'm going to tell you what to draw, and you have to draw fast. Okay? Don't think too much. Please try to do it with me. Good? Draw me a house. You're going to use one paper. You're going to do many drawings. Okay? Draw me a house. Now, you have 10 seconds. Go. Draw me a house. If you cannot draw, think a house. Dar. Okay? You done? Okay. Now, draw me a new and different house. Inshallah. Draw me a new and different house. Faster. Okay, good. Now, draw me what? A new and different house. Okay, I start to hear people going like mumbling. Who is tired of drawing houses? Raise hands. Who don't want to sit because I'm a speaker yet? Okay, let's continue. Please draw me a new and different house. Finish? Okay, good. Ready? How many houses do you have? 4. Now draw me a new and different house. Okay, now how many of you start to be annoyed of drawing houses? Raise hands. Who wants to remove my visa? Okay, not yet. We continue. Please draw me a new and different house. One more. New and different. Five, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now draw me a last new, different house. I want to keep my visa, so I'm going to stop here. Okay, now draw me a flower. Draw me a flower. Okay? And now, for the last one. Draw me a last new and different flower. And we're done. Great? Okay. We're gonna look at it. Okay? MashaAllah. I have the capacity to say something. Okay? Who drew, when they drew the flower, drew as a first flower, raise hand. Someone drew something like this. Raise hands. Raise hands. Okay. MashaAllah. Who thinks they're really great, but they drew as first or second flower? Something like that. Yeah? Raise hands. All the other people who did not raise their hand, I understand. Okay, now look to the house. Who drew as a first house something like this? Raise hands. MashaAllah. I did this in Japan. A house. I had a house. No? Do you live in that house? No. This is how they had the house. No? Who drew as a second house an extension of that house? You know? Bigger. Like we have a mortgage now. We drew bigger, no? What's interesting is this is natural. This is natural. What's happened is that when you go to someone and say like, you've been working for a project for a week, and someone comes to you and says like, give me an idea. And you go like, this, no, I thought about it. This, no, I thought about it. This, I thought about it. You're not creative. No. Because people take what's up in their head. When you're tired of drawing houses, it's because you don't have any more references. And now you start to be frustrated. And now you want to remove my visa. Why? Because as having no more references, what's happening is that you start to be frustrated because you think you're going to lose. Because you think it's a test. But what we have to do is that we need to go through this process and remove all the things that we have in head so we can move forward. When you have no more ideas, you start to have great ideas. When you don't have any more references, you start to create. Who drew a house up in the air? Who drew a house under the water? Who drew a house under the ground? Who drew a house, a teepee, an igloo? Those are references. Those are references. And we need to move away of that. And this is what people do all around the world. So what we need to do is that we have the courage to move away. But we have to go through that. That's why we need to persevere in the challenge. When you start, it's not enough. You cannot have an idea at the start. This is the creative process. This is a creative process. The thing is that most of us, what we want to do is to start here. Creativity is about uncertainty. We have to go through the big process at the end, the big fuzzy things. When people say, we're lost, that means that you're over there. You don't have the idea yet. But suddenly you have more and more clarity, and you have the idea, and boom, you can process. The process, getting the things done, is faster. The thing is that everybody wants to be there. Once in an organization, they invited us to host a workshop on creativity. And the CEO came in and said to the team, you all have to be creative. If you're not creative, we're going to lose the company and you're going to lose your job. So be creative. And he left. I left too. He said, where are you going? Oh, you just killed them. I cannot help. Because people, they're going to have so much anxiety that they're going straight to the circle. They will not go through the exploration phase. Persevere. Anybody heard about the marshmallow test? The candy test? Raise hands. No? Okay, you're going to love that video. In the 50s in the United States, they did a test with kids. They gave them one candy. They said, if you don't eat that candy, inshallah, you're going to receive a second one. Time of waiting, 12 minutes. Age of the kids, between 3 and 6 years old. 12 minutes, it's ages for a kid. Yeah? So I'm going to show you the video, and after that, we're going to talk about perseverance or holding on. Ready?
Okay, sit in that chair. All right, here's the deal. Marshmallow for you. You can either wait, and I'll give you another one if you wait, or you can eat it now. When I come back, I'll give you another one, so then you'll have two. But stay in here and stay in the chair till I come back, okay? All right. I'm gonna go do something and then I'll come back.
It smells yummy. It smells really good.
It's up to you. You can have it now or you can wait. Okay? I'll be back. Stay in the chair, okay? Okay. so I'm going to leave and then I'll come back, okay? So you can either eat it right now or you can wait. Either way, okay? Okay. How'd you do? Did you do good? You did? Yeah. You wanted to eat it, didn't you? Yeah. So did I tell you to give you another one? Okay, now you can have both. You need them.
Inshallah. We can learn so much from the kids. What's the difference? They followed the kids like in the 50s for 30 years. What they saw was quite interesting. Is the capacity to persevere. The thing is that the kid that was watching the candy is like, oh, it's so good. I'm going to eat the candy. No, I cannot eat. This is where they fall in the trap. If people get focused too much on the objective and not on the journey, that's a challenge. So when we look for an idea, we look for like, we have to find an idea before that day. We have to find an idea for this. But people are not working on the idea. So are we taking the best idea or are we just taking one that pops up in our head? And that's the courage to persevere. MashaAllah, في الدين ديالنا عنا inshallah. When are you going to receive it? Inshallah. But my brother and other people, when my mother said like, when are you going to do that? Inshallah. You know? That's not the true inshallah. Inshallah is that I'm going to do everything in my power and hoping that God's will is going to be with me and helping me to reach what I'm expecting. It's not inshallah. No? So this is what we need to persevere and not give up. And that's different. The other thing, we have to learn being uncomfortable. Comfortable in the uncomfortable. Comfortable in the unknown. And I'm going to show you a model that we call the chaotic model. It's the capacity to move between chaos and order. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to run in the room. My wife's going to be happy because I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to run in the room and I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? And I only want you to tell me one word. When I say, let's go on that side of the room, I'm going to ask you, what happens if we have extreme chaos? What happens when we have too much chaos in an organization? What happened? I'm going to start with you. Extreme chaos.
Extreme chaos. We have no control.
No control, that's true. Losses of control. What happened when we have extreme chaos?
No power.
No power. We get lost. We have no energy. There's confusion. Okay, I'm going to run the other side. What happened when we have extreme order, where there's too much order? What happened? Too much order.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes. Too much order. What happened? Oh, please.
No creativity.
No creativity. We'd kill there. What happened? We have extreme order. We lose temper because everything goes slow. Everything's dying. What happens when we have the right level of order in an organization? What happens when we have a right level of order in an organization?
Stable.
Stability, productivity, balance. What happens when we have a right level of chaos? The right level of chaos. What happened? The right level of chaos, sufficient chaos.
Maybe it helps to bring new ideas.
New ideas, creativity, agility. And that's true. This is what happened. On too much chaos, that's